Hey guys, I have been meaning to do this video for a very long time. My mentor and my coach has been bugging me for like the better part of 2 months. But I'm kind of nervous to share this story because it's something that is very deep and personal to me, and it's not something that I have really liked to discuss with people. Anyway, I have finally gained the confidence in myself to want to share this story with you, so here it goes. Um, I was in a lot of pain in probably like July and August of 2015. For very unexplained reasons, I've always been super healthy, and I was going and waking up in the middle of the night in excruciating pain for very unexplained reasons. So when after about 2 months of experiencing this, I finally started wondering what the hell was going on and figuring that I should probably get myself to the doctor to find out what was going on. So they did all the typical stuff, the blood test, ultrasound, and all that stuff. And I was in a position to have to go back to my doctor 2 weeks later to get the results. So I'm sitting in my doctor's office, nervous, anticipating that the results were going to be, hey, it's just normal stomach pains, not thinking that anything was going to be really wrong. So I'm sitting here tapping my foot, just, waiting for the doctor to come in. So I get the knock on the door and my heart literally just drops. At this point, I'm extremely nervous to find out what's going on. So it's November of 2015 and my doctor comes in and, he has this look on his face where it's very intense and I knew something was wrong. So he sat down and he told me that, I hate to tell you this, but you have stage 2 ovarian cancer. And I had just celebrated my 30th birthday, and this was an absolute shocker to hear. 30 years old and I have cancer. This is something that most people get when they're 50 to 60 years old. I mean, I know that because my father-in-law and my dad passed away from cancer in their 50s. So sitting in the doctor's office, completely being shell-shocked, I'm sitting here, what the hell am I going to do, And then you go through these moments of fear where you feel like, am I going to die? Am I going to survive this? What am I going to do to be able to get through all of this? So I went home and I told my husband what was going on, and it was pretty shocking to him, to say the least, but he was and still is the most supportive person like this day. And he's like, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Everything's going to be fine. And of course, again, going back through, cycling through all these negative thoughts and feeling this fear inside myself, I'm like, I'm self-employed. As most of you guys know, I run a business for myself, and I didn't have insurance at the time, so I'm really stuck in between a rock and a hard place. So I'm sitting here like, what the hell am I going to do with all this? So I talked to my husband some more, and I remembered, and he was talking to me and remembered about the point in time when my father-in-law was going through cancer and he was on his probably last few months of life. We were trying to find more of a holistic, natural approach for him. So even though he didn't go through that, we went back to some of the research that we did, and there was a treatment called the Gerson therapy. The Gerson therapy is something that is a pretty hefty treatment where you're juicing every day, you're moving to an all-vegan diet, you are taking coffee enemas, but a lot of people have had success with this. They actually have a Gerson Therapy Institute in Mexico where people go and get cancer treatments regularly. So I kind of decided, and with my husband, that I was going to do the all-natural route to go through cancer because I wasn't an option to do surgery. I was not going to take 6 weeks off of work to have this tumor removed. Because 6 weeks out of work, I'm literally not going to have any money left in my savings. If I do chemo and radiation, I'm going to have to sell my house and put it on the market to even be able to pay my bills, and I'm literally going to go bankrupt. So through this journey, in January of 2016, decided that I was going to go and adopt an all plant-based vegan diet. No processed foods, no nothing. I was going to take one of our supplements called Monoatomic Gold. I started taking a greens product. I was doing vitamin C IVs. I also was taking 35% food grade hydrogen peroxide. And I was still, a lot of what I also did was mindset work, because I decided to not observe the tumor as being a tumor, that it was just an energy that I was going to allow myself to slowly remove as time went on. So about the first month, I started doing all this stuff. Guys, let me tell you, it was really difficult to do all this stuff because I loved my chicken, I loved my turkey, and giving up, dairy and cheese and all this stuff was really, really intense for me. So switching this diet and having to literally relearn 15 years of cooking styles and adapting this stuff to make meals for my family that I was going to enjoy was pretty challenging for me, but I did it. And I can still say that most of my friends that aren't vegan enjoy my cooking and my meals. So after I had adapted to all of this stuff, I was able to go back to my regular oncologist, and I got another ultrasound, and I had seen some improvement. My tumor got smaller, which was exciting. I was jumping for joy. My doctor literally looked at me like I was absolutely insane, and was like, "What have you been doing over the last month?" And I said, "I've just switched my diet, and I have started taking supplements, and I'm trying to just get well." I can't really explain it anything other than I was giving my body the nourishment that it actually needed. So as time went on, my friend Christian and Jordy let me know that there was naturopathic doctors that specialized in oncology here in Nampa, Idaho, where I live, and I set up an appointment to go see them to see what they could further help me with. And they set me up with some other supplements and did some other testing and things like that. And they really gave me a strong guidance and a period of where I was able to come to acceptance and knew that I was able to get through this. And I continued taking my supplements, doing my vitamin C IVs, all of that, and really was able to heal myself from the inside out. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of days that I struggled with not knowing if I was gonna be here for my daughter to watch her grow up. So knowing that, it was kind of my saving grace to keep myself going. So anyway, I definitely did have days where I felt like shit. I didn't feel good. I laid in bed. I canceled appointments. There were a lot of days that I really struggled with this. And as you can kind of tell, it's kind of still upsetting to think about it. But anyway, so after, 5 or 6 months, I kept going in and getting scans. My tumor kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I still thank God to this day, every day, that I was able to get through this. And I made it. I literally got through all of this, treating it naturally. And the reason why I wrote this book for you guys is because I wanted to share my story, letting you guys know that, sorry, I don't mean to cry in front of all you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. This book was a way to empower people, to let you guys know that there are other ways, instead of going to the doctor and having to spend thousands of dollars to get yourself well. People are so uneducated these days that we don't even understand what we're putting in our bodies. We don't understand how this medication that everybody puts inside themselves tears you up even more. And I really want to be a source of light for people to know that no matter what you're going through, there's always something that you can do to change your life. And so through my book, I wrote my story in greater detail. So I want to, once it's fully finished and fully revised, I want to share this with you guys. I'm going to give it away completely for free. It literally goes through everything that I went through. It talks in detail about my diet changes, my supplements that I used, my meditation techniques, all the yoga stuff that I did. And I just want to bring this to you guys so that people don't have to be ignorant when it comes to the things that we're putting in our bodies, so people can be aware of the importance of the types of foods that we eat, the types of supplements that you're putting in your body, literally everything, because our bodies are filled with alchemical processes that our brains can only tap the surface to understand. And you know, it's no lie that when people say that we are what we eat, you know, it all comes down to bringing your body and your alchemy back into balance inside of itself. So I am going to post the link to sign up for the list for this book. I would really love and appreciate to share it with all of you guys. So click on the link to sign up, and I will send you guys this book for free. I really appreciate you guys listening to my story, and if you guys have absolutely any questions whatsoever, feel free to DM me, leave me a comment, send me a post, anything that you guys have questions on about any of this. I am an open book. I'm an open door. I am here to share my information that I have with you guys. This is also part of something that I'm going to be bringing to you guys with myself, my business partners in coming days, to help you guys learn more about our supplements that we make, and how we can help to benefit your guys' life and help you guys make a positive change in everything that you guys are doing. Anyways, I appreciate you guys listening, and thank you. I'll talk to you later.